Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 35 of Controllers and Coffee. It's a weekly gaming podcast. I am Elliot Porter, and I am joined, as always, by the fantastic, the very snuggly and warm Kat Jerriton. What is up, Kat?
Yo. Oh, you know.
Welcome to the show. What's
Thanks.
happening? How's your week
Well,
been?
I returned to work after a break, and thus I am playing less video games. So that's about how it sounds. Yeah. What about yourself?
We know that pain. Well, we just went into lockdown as of 2 hours ago, so
Nice.
potentially maybe not returning to work.
Sounds like it.
See. I've been playing a lot of video games though, and I'm very excited to speak about them. This week we've got some news stuff to cover though. The big announcement this week was the Steam Deck, terribly named, awesome looking handheld console. Before we get cracking with all of that, I just want to say thanks to everyone in the chat already. Thanks for joining us even before we kicked off, and dealing with me being late. So welcome everybody. If you are catching this after the fact though, thank you also for watching on the YouTube video, VOD, whatever you want to call it, on the tubes at Direckt Gaming, or the audio version for those fabulous listeners over on anchor.fm/controllers and coffee. There's notifications going off like crazy on my computer, and I don't know why. Kat,
it's because all the people here just chilling, vibing. They're all saying
they are. It's the Steamy Deck time.
Yeah.
Indeed, Mini Yeti. Kat, what's been happening in the video game area of your home?
Of my home? This area I'm in right
this
here.
Exact area. What have you been playing?
I have been playing and finished the story of Monster Hunter Stories 2. I took like dead on about 60 hours. Like I think it was 60 hours and like 8 seconds. Like
wow,
dead on. I was like, oh, I finished this. 60 hours, huh? Like now some of those definitely were like idle time. Because obviously the Switch takes a while to turn off, and I would sometimes leave it on waiting for like expeditions to clear while I was doing something else. So some of it's a bit inflated. But man, that's a fucking good game. And it was only after I finished the story that I actually 50% the Monsterpedia.
I saw you post something about that on Twitter.
Yeah, it's nuts. And there's so much more to do, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Right now, I'm too weak to do the end game content, even though I finished the game.
Jesus.
And I can't go back to where I was up to before I finished the game, because now it's got these ultra hard monsters in there, and you can't tell if they're hard or not before you go into a fight. So then you just die and you're gone back steps sort of thing. So I'm like farming eggs and improving the genes of my monsties and going into like multiplayer games so that other people can, carry me. But it's still like insanely fun. I know there's more stuff coming as well. Like, whilst I was playing, they released the Palamutes update, which is just adding dogs to the game that you can get as your monsties. There's 6 different ones, but you can only get them from multiplayer quests.
Okay.
Which you can do yourself. You just have to like buy the ticket to get in, which costs only in-game currency, which is absolutely fine. But like, now I have a dog that is dragon flavored that will be my new best friend. Yeah, Egg Simulator. Pretty much like I cannot stop being excited about getting more eggs and like opening my eggs, seeing what's inside it, and being like, this bad boy has 3 extra large genes.
Like Kinder Surprises for adults.
It's exactly like Kinder Surprises. You know, the one thing, I said this on stream, I said the one thing that disappoints me is that I can't mulch these babies up to get their materials. You know, like how in Pokemon Go, if you don't want it anymore, you can just mulch it. Like,
get a few candies out of
I wish,
her.
like, if I got a
poor
monster,
defenseless Pokemon.
exactly. If I got a monster that I didn't want, I wish I could mulch it so I could get its parts so I could craft myself some armor instead. Because I got all these monsters that I don't have the biddies for, so I can't make myself stronger gear. They're just a weak baby in my pocket. Like, let me grind that bitch up and get his scales. God. But other than that, fantastic. Like,
baby scales. Baby scales.
they grow up in an instant. You hatch that egg,
Right.
tiny. You take them outside 2 seconds later, big. Like, they're fast growers.
Then mulch them down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just wait 10 seconds for them to go bop, 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 bop. And then
that's so dark. Now I'm wondering. Yeah.
baby kill. Someone in my chat was like, I want to get out the club.
Oh my god. So brutal. That's probably why they left it out. Capcom and Nintendo are just like, nope.
Capcom like, no, this is family friendly. This is wholesome.
Yeah. It's going on the Switch, all right? Fuck.
I still also just like, I love that in your menu you have like your items, your combine section, your inventories, or all these different things, and where you keep your eggs is called your egg carton. And I don't know, something about that. It's just it's my heart, right? Well, I've got to check my egg carton to see what eggs I've already picked up today.
Oh, okay. Extra
right,
free range only.
They are extra large.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, that's
so
good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sounds like a
Thanks.
ripper of a time.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I've had a bit of a dabble in a lot of things this week. I couldn't decide whether to start Yakuza 0 or Doom Eternal. So I started both.
Yeah. All right.
And let's start with Doom Eternal. The game is intense. Laz in the chat, I know you are a big fan of Doom.
He would be.
It's really good. It's really intense though. Like it's one of those games where I like have to really feel in the mood because it's just non-stop action. But it's really fun, and goddamn, it looks incredible with the Series X patch. I'm running it in like ray tracing mode. So it's my first time experiencing ray tracing on the new console. And I mean, there's not that many super shiny surfaces. It's very like, blood filled. There's a few reflections and stuff like that. It looks really nice. There's still 60 frames. I think it just runs at like dynamic resolution. So instead of always trying to be 4K, the resolution goes up and down. It still looks
Do you notice
phenomenal
it much when it switches?
Nah. Well, I personally don't.
Not to these old eyes.
Not to these eyes, mate. Yeah, fucking can't see a bloody thing. That's why I got these. No, it looks incredible though, and it's like super fun, super fast paced, and
amazing.
Like it bonkers. Like from the word go, they don't mess around. There's no world building. I mean, there's actually a lot of world building in like codex pages, and I also have no idea what the hell is happening. Like demons,
you're like, I'm going forward.
Pretty much, and it's like, demons have come to Earth from hell by way of Mars, but
classic Mars.
I'm like
bastards.
I'm like between missions, you're on some weird space station that looks like it's from hell as well, and like it's very like it's almost like gothic like architecture in this friggin' space station. It's so weird, but I'm all about it. It's just really intense and it's pretty hard. I'm not a very good first-person shooter player,
neither. So
no. It's great weapons. It's the biggest difference from the first one is like you just got more tools. So you've got like the flame belt, which is like a flamethrower that when you hit people with it, they drop armor. You still got obviously the glory kills and the chainsaw to like replenish your health and your ammo
and rip and tear.
Yeah, do a bit of ripping and tearing, and then you've got like a grenade as well, but you can switch your grenade with like an ice bomb, which is pretty cool. So it like freezes
Ice!
a bunch of people, and then you can just
When
like come
hell
and
freezes
smash them.
over.
Quite literally. Yeah, it's
I've
cool.
read this
It's
game.
good. I'm definitely going to keep playing it.
Amazing.
Yeah, Yakuza 0 is really cool. I am like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours into it. Really
Mhm.
cool game. Like, just it's the game when I don't feel like shooting demons, I can just kick back and play because it's like a lot of cutscene. It's a lot of just watching,
Yeah.
like
Lot of just
reading,
chilling.
just chilling back. It's really, really good.
Noise. Very noise.
Mini Yeti in the chat just writing, we should combine egg sim, baby killing sim, and do Eternal. Now that is true hell.
No, it's perfect. He would be able to mulch them real good. Like
chainsaw to those motherfuckers.
hell yeah, I've got
And
many parts.
Laz with the Majima fan section. Absolutely. I love him. I haven't come across him yet. I haven't played any of his
But
chapters
loves
yet.
him.
But he is fantastic. I've watched
full of love.
so many hours of Yakuza 0 already, but there's a lot that I didn't see. So I'm learning a lot. It's really cool though. It's such a great story. I kind of wish it was dubbed like Yakuza 7, but that's fine. They seem to be really good voice actors, and it's very intense.
You're like,
voice acting. It's very cool. I love it just makes no sense. They do this thing where they like grab their own shoulder and then just like rip their shirt off. And
oh yeah, I wish I could do that.
But it makes no sense because they're wearing a suit and a button shirt, and like it just comes off.
Oh, just
I don't know
shirt?
how that works. No, they're everything, like the jacket and
they're just always like, wearing Velcro suits. That's
yeah. And then afterwards, they quickly put them back together.
Just can you put my seams back together, mate? Thank you.
Yeah. But the main thing I wanted to talk about in the way of games that I've been playing is a game that I definitely recommend anyone who's watching and they have Xbox Live Gold. Is free at the moment. It's not on Game Pass, but it is called Planet Alpha, and it's really, really good. Like, usually, I sometimes will download the games on Games with Gold just because. And I thought, I'm actually going to check this out. And
if you don't play on Xbox, it's 75% off on Steam.
Yes. Yeah, which is like $9. So, yeah, definitely check it out. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like Inside meets No Man's Sky.
Nice.
Visually, No Man's Sky. It's nothing. It's, the gameplay is not like No Man's Sky. Gameplay is
like Inside.
Inside, yeah. Like it's just you're running from right to left, left to right. The game Mini Yeti is about you are a little spaceman and you're on a very alien world. It is like it's so beautiful, and you're trying to work out what the hell is going on as the player. You're trying to work out like, why am I here? Why am I, like experiencing this really weird planet? And then there's like evil robots that are trying to destroy everything.
So bloody rude.
So there's a little bit of stealth where you got to try and get past the robots. There's a mechanic where you are moving, like spinning the planet forwards or backwards and like changing the time of day. And it like in certain times of the day, the flowers might come out. So like you can jump across certain things, or you can hide in long, like tall flowers.
Yeah.
So you can hide from creatures
or
from robots.
Really lovely.
It is really lovely, and it's got a beautiful, like really ambient soundtrack, and it's super, super like trippy. Like there are these like you collect these 4 artifacts throughout the game, and I think they're missable. But I got all 4 of them. So like,
that's just the testament to how good you are at video games.
The pro gamer in me.
Yeah.
Because I think like I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I have to go that way, so I'm going to go left and
I always do
see
that.
what it was, and there was an artifact there, and a little. It takes you to this other like room, like world, essentially. It's like this black space with like colorful. I don't even know, like almost looks like gas clouds in it,
All
but they're
right.
like there's like really low gravity, and you can like
It
leap
looks beautiful.
really far. And in these areas, like it's just so trippy. There's like blocks moving around, and you got to try and get through this puzzly area to get to these artifacts. But there's a really cool mechanic in the game. Like most of the time, you're just running and jumping and climbing and hiding, and that's really all you can do. But like when you're moving fast and you jump, your like momentum carries you, and like it's
Yeah.
like if there's these certain bits where like say if you're on a moving platform and you jump off it, you like fly for ages, and
Like,
it's just really satisfying physics. And yeah, really cool. Like it's like Inside in a way of like there's no narrative. You're kind of just
side
like thinking of it.
scrolling, like
Yeah, like
faceless protagonist.
yeah, exactly. And you kind of have to put it together in your head, like what this world is, and
It looks
why you're
really
even there.
nice.
It is stunning. I'm just looking at like the reviews though. It's like 72 on Metacritic on Xbox.
Yeah, on
I
Steam it's mixed for the recent reviews, but all reviews are mostly positive.
yeah, on Switch it's got 76 on Metacritic. Everything else is about 72. But I don't know. I guess that's probably accurate. Like there are some kind of annoying. I don't even know if annoying is the right word, but it's like maybe the controls could be tightened up a little bit. But man, in the way of like visually, it is stunning. I know people talk about Inside and Limbo like they're like 10 out of 10 games, but
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Inside, and I've liked Inside, but everyone I don't know, acts like it's like the greatest game ever made. And I didn't really get that from that game. But I think the vibe from this game, like, because it's sci-fi, I think I was
Yeah.
like, and then
Yeah, you're
I was
more in the
thinking as
vibe.
I was playing, absolutely like, and that like inexplicable sci-fi where like there's this one bit where you kind of just like stand on this platform and you go inside like this gold ball and you just have to like float into this other thing, and it's just like this huge kind of like Dyson sphere thing on a
Yeah.
planet, and it's just like it makes no sense. But I love that kind of sci-fi where
Yeah.
it's just like the technology is so beyond comprehension that it's fine. Like you can just
Yeah,
you
you're
know
like, it works because it works. Like
mm,
science made that
yeah,
happen.
exactly. I'm fine with that. It's on an alien planet, and it's clearly like I don't know remnants of um an intelligent life form,
Oh,
but
that's
also
my
like
favorite bit. I love
yeah,
that shit.
the same. But also like I can spin the planet forwards and back with my brain. Like
Yeah, well,
so,
that makes sense.
it doesn't need to make sense. I just think it's cool.
I'll
So
probably give
yeah,
it a try. It looks really
I
good and it's on sale, so
I would love to hear other people's thoughts on it because, like, I don't know, it's kind of my kind of game. I really wanted a game that had like zero mechanics. Just like all I got to do is run. There's like minor um,
yeah,
puzzle solving, but it's like really simple. Like
small
there's one of
brain.
those puzzles where like the inside ring moves and then you press the button and the outside ring moves, and I didn't do it within the time limit the first time. Um, Rage Not, I'm talking about
Wow.
Planet Alpha. It's on Games with Gold at the moment if you want to check it out. Yeah, I didn't do it within the time limit the first time because I was like, oh, wait, what am I doing here? And then I died. And then I came back and all
Classic.
I had to do was like change like two things. I was like, oh, that was really easy. So, the puzzle solving is really easy as long as you stay
I love
focused,
a good
clearly.
easy puzzle.
Same.
Makes me feel like I'm smart, so I'm all about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Don't make them
But
too
yeah,
hard. I'll feel real bad about myself.
exactly right. It shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, definitely check it out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If
It
anyone
looks great.
in the comments is going to download it and play it, definitely do. It's free with gold. It's definitely worth a shot, and it's
$9 on Steam.
It's bloody beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It
$9 on Steam.
9 Aussie bucks.
Steam, hey? How about that? How about that
Steam?
for a segue? Steam Deck.
Steam Dick. No, I'm kidding. I
the
actually don't.
Deck.
The Stream Deck. Wait, the Steam Deck. I keep putting the R in there. I'm so sorry.
Look.
Oh.
I am. Yeti saying we are puzzle people. You couldn't be further from the truth. I'm shocking at puzzles in video games. Just putting that out there.
I love puzzles. Like, don't get me wrong, but I really like a dumb puzzle because I feel so good.
That is fair. That is fair. All right, Kat, tell us about the Steam Deck.
Well, here's a little thing that Valve has announced. Steam Deck. Done. No, it's
shit. That was
shit. It's the fucking Switch Pro we were all looking for. And more. Like, it does everything everyone wanted from the Switch Pro and all this extra shit that nobody else ever asked for. So basically, we've got a screen. We got a big PSP, like, that runs Windows, right? Like, we got a Steam controller that everyone wants to return because they don't work, and smashed in the middle there is a screen. Just smash that in there.
It's a big boy too.
Yeah, I'm making a lot of jokes, but actually, it looks good. I really like it. Like, we're looking at a portable PC basically, that allows you to instantly load up your entire Steam library. It's running on a Linux-based like operating system. However, it's using Proton to help convert games that aren't Linux-based to be able to play on it just straight from the bat. But you can just download Windows on it if you want. And then I guess you don't need Proton because you just have fucking Windows on your little portable bad boy that you can take with you. And then you've got PC gaming on the go.
I'm thrilled about this.
I'm thrilled too.
It is starting to ship December 2021 for certain regions. I think US, UK, Canada, maybe. But it won't be available until 2022 for the rest of the world. And potentially lost forever. You may be able to play Game Pass off this thing if you install Windows and then download the Xbox app. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work in the way of like compatibility, like with the controller or whatever, because I know obviously games have controller support, but like, will the mouse be sufficient to, navigate?
I don't know. They said that you can connect any like controller to it to play any of the games in Steam, and also like
and a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and Windows 10 is a tablet-friendly operating system anyway, so it shouldn't matter.
True. Yeah.
Because I saw people talking about that, and they were like, "It's so stupid. Why would you run Windows on something so small? It won't work." Like, it's literally made for tablets as well. Like, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's going to be fantastic, and also like, I don't know. I have too many things to say about this. I just don't know where to start.
Well, okay. Let's start with something you said. Something we were talking about essentially on Twitter was like who this is for, and this is kind of why I named the podcast episode "Who's the Steam Deck for?" And for me, like for someone like myself who is not a PC gamer, and that's only out of the fact that I kind of don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't want to like. Well, for one thing, put thousands of dollars into a PC and then always feel the need, because I know myself, I will want to upgrade all the time. I'll be like, I could, this graphics card's only $800. I could spend $1,200 on that instead. But like, this would give me the ability to play PC games, and like a lot of the PC games I want to play that aren't on console, they're not AAA games because they're all on console. There's like zero AAA games I want to play on PC. It's all
Yeah.
indie games, and this is just like
Yeah.
the perfect thing to kind of act like what how a Switch would act for a lot of people, and
Absolutely.
that's as like a little handheld indie device.
I definitely agree with that. Like, for me, obviously, the draw in that sense is not there. I am a PC gamer with consoles. I cover my bases in every section by having a Switch, a PlayStation, and a PC for Xbox stuff. Like I dip my toes in a little bit of everywhere. So having a PC on the go isn't necessary for me because I can use either my Switch if I want to be mobile, or I just fucking get over it and sit down if I want to play a PC game. However, in another sense, like I love to not be at my computer and play games. Like that is why the Switch is like so loved by me. Like I'm like, I want to buy stuff on Switch just because I can move around and play it, and I can dock it in the lounge room because it's so much easier for me to move my Switch in the dock than it is to move a whole console, or definitely my tower. Like my cable management is incredibly poor. Despite me kind of doing that as a part of my role, but like at work. So just forget about that. I personally have done a terrible job with my setup, but I could use the Steam Deck as like a portable PC and just plop it down in the lounge room to use it to play games out there when I want. One of the things that always gets people when I go to like a games night or something, somebody wants to play Jackbox Party Pack, but nobody wants to pull their fucking PC out and connect it to the lounge room TV. If you had one of these bad boys, you're good to go. Like
hell
the portability is fantastic. Like I take it on holiday, fucking play video games wherever I want, no matter what the game is. Like it, I see a big range of people who want to see this. I know a lot of people online don't see a big range of people that want to use this, but I see the value immediately. And so long as it works well, like if it works the way that it says it works, then it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's the main point. I want to go back to Laz's comment here. Valve have a stellar history of supporting their hardware. You're absolutely right, and it's good to be, I guess, cautious. But then if you also think about the fact that the headset is like the best headset out at the moment, like the Valve Index is like the best piece of VR hardware you can buy. And if that's their latest piece of hardware besides obviously the Steam Deck. But you have to think if it's along those lines of being, what people say is kind of the pinnacle of VR at the moment. They could be changing their ways, I guess. But you're right, Laz. It's good to be cautious about gaming companies in general, because
even their controllers, like
burned.
They have been a burn. Like which is crazy because you'd think that that's something that they'd really, really want to get right. Like crazy. And speaking of the controllers, I want to talk about the design of this bad boy.
Yeah.
Like the hardware design, the setup. So they've gone away from what the Switch has done, and they've sort of made a symmetrical design on their on either side. All the controls are so top heavy.
Yeah, they really are. Let's have a look. There we go.
Perfect. They're very, very top heavy. Except for those buttons on the back, which are lower, which does make sense because that's what you'd hit with your pinky and your whatever this thing's called, your ring finger. But they're so high, and the thumbsticks are directly above the little track mouse pad. I wonder. I feel like that I personally would bump the shit out of that because I got tiny hands. Like I got teeny tiny hands. How am I gonna do that? I feel like, look at this lady. Like my thumb is not that long. I don't know. Her thumb looks way long. This I don't know what's going on there. It looks like it's got a fucking craning neck, Like I don't know what's going on. But like I feel like this part of my hand is gonna rub on that trackpad while I'm trying to hit the thumbstick. So I'm interested to see how that works.
Yeah, she really does have some long thumbs.
Yeah, that's a long hand.
Yeah, I'm excited to get one of these when they come out, but I'm also excited that Australia isn't getting them first because
Yeah,
all
you can
my
find out if
American
it's
friends
worth.
have pre-ordered them, and I want to know if they're any good.
Yeah,
She
like
does have
she does have long thumbs. Like, woo. I mean, good for her. Good for her. But like, I don't know. I'm really excited. I think also in terms of ordering and how we can't get it yet, obviously. I think that I appreciate that they've at least tried to inhibit the scalping on this bad boy by
Yes.
requiring you to have a Steam account that's in good standing and has made a purchase before the date of announcement to pre-order.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. That it was like, if you just sign up and try and do it, they're like, "Sorry, you need to have your account longer."
Yeah,
And I think that's
yeah.
brilliant.
So
I
a
don't know.
long-standing account that has put money in and is in good standing, which means you can never have cheated in a game before. If you've cheated and they've
How
marked
good's
you down
that?
as a bad boy, you can't have one. And I mean, obviously, some people are still scalping. Like, there's
For
no
sure.
way there'd be some dickhead out there who has used Steam before, doesn't really care about gaming that much, or doesn't care about this that much, but knows that they could resell it for a higher price, and it's absolutely going to happen. The listings are already out there, but I appreciate that they've seen what's been happening with so many other things recently, and they've at least tried. Like, and I think it's like there's only so much you can do, and I think those are some pretty good restrictions to have.
Yeah, I think it's excellent. Like, I would love to know, the numbers, which we'll never know.
No.
But I think it's an excellent like way of doing it. And I guess I don't know if retailers are going to sell it. I think, is it just coming from Valve? But like,
It looks like
man,
so.
if
Initially, it's just from Valve.
If Xbox and PlayStation did this, like, it's a little bit different because they go through retailers. But
yeah,
I think it's an
and I'm
excellent
sure
way.
like Valve will go through retailers eventually. But for that initial wave, especially on like a new console idea, not really. But like it works better than I think. I
just
think
going,
that it's
just going ham on pre-orders on
yeah,
GameStop.
right. Exactly, because it's an easier reception and an easier idea to take to say, oh, you need to have an account with Valve to be able to purchase this because it's a new piece of hardware, and not something where like if PlayStation turned around and was like, you need to have an account that's in good standing that was created before X date, everyone would be like, what? Fuck you, like
true.
it wouldn't work as well, sadly.
Yes, no, you're very right. I just like, I'm so excited about this thing. I just think the
ability to have any controller as well and plug in up to 8K resolution to an external screen, crazy. I wonder how that runs. Like, it's fucking tiny.
It's gonna run like
Doo-doo.
poo in 8K.
Definitely,
but it's like
The Witcher.
Oh god, it would still be better than
the Switcher. Yeah.
It just really boggles me that, like, actually it doesn't when I really think about it, because Nintendo will just crush anything they do. But like, why couldn't Nintendo do something more like this?
Yeah.
You can output to an 8K monitor. I don't know if you can actually do 8K visuals from this thing.
Remains to be seen, but
maybe
that's what they've said.
Frame of 8K.
One 8K frame. You can take a screenshot in a game if it has photo mode at 8K. Otherwise, no bueno.
No bueno. But yeah, like, if the Switch Pro came out with like these kind of numbers,
these promises,
like, that would be rad. Like, I don't know. I just
Switch can do anything though. It doesn't matter. Like, Nintendo can do whatever they want, and everyone's gonna eat them up because they've really got that exclusive market for their games, and they're fucking choking it out. Like they're not given anything on that. There's no room on that fucking stranglehold that they've got, so they can do whatever they want because it's a closed loop.
They'll still sell every single game.
Absolutely, and every
Millions
single
of copies.
Every single Switch Pro, the OLEDs, definitely sold out in the day.
Absolutely, and scalpers galore already.
Absolutely. I do like the storage options that they've given. I think it is very strange that they're changing like the why 64? If you're saying that this thing can download Windows like barely in 64 gigs, like you're gonna have no room left, and then you change to SSD for the 256. Also, you get like Steam profiles when you get the different levels. So the more expensive model you get a different Steam profile, and you get an exclusive keyboard skin like for in the fucking
what?
Yeah,
really?
Weird. Yeah. Wait, let me.
That is weird.
Let me see. Like, no, it's not on the piece. Oh, here it is. Yeah, right there. So you get your exclusive Steam community profile bundle, and in the last one, exclusive virtual keyboard theme. What the fuck does that mean? Weird. And anti-glare etched glass on the last model too.
Oh wow, okay. Well, that leads well into Laz's question. What do you think of the pricing? I think it's pretty reasonable. Like, I mean, for what it is.
Yeah.
Like $390. What the new Switch, the OLED Switch is $349 US. So
and this does way more.
So much more. So okay, let's do a bit of comparison. Xbox Series S, $299 US. Switch OLED, $349. This is $399, which is the same price as a digital PlayStation 5, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Yeah. And then $499 for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 with a disc. So, and those consoles are $750 Australian. This is $529 US for the 256 gig model, which is probably the one I'd end up getting.
Yeah.
Is that like, it's funny because like the Australian dollar is doing pretty well at the moment. And I think like 500 is like not 750 anymore in comparison. I mean, that includes
722.
Yeah. Okay. So then I suppose plus tax, actually, it's more like $800 for $499. So,
and the last,
I think it'll be $799.
Yeah, the 649 right now in Australian is 887. So,
okay, so it's probably going to be like 900.
Yeah, 909 something. Yeah. But you know what? Way cheaper than any other like PC or gaming laptop or anything else in that realm that you could buy in Australia by a lot.
Yeah. If you think about consumer electronics in general, they're
absolutely
very expensive. And for what it is, like, it is essentially a Series S, but smaller. Like, it's like a next-gen console, but a baby version of it.
Yeah.
What do they say? Let's go back here. And Mini Yeti, yeah. I hear that in Brazil, shit is really expensive. So hopefully it comes to you guys at a decent price, because
hopefully that
can be rough. We complain in Australia, but fucking hell, in other countries they just get a raw deal.
So like if I head onto JB Hi-Fi, our local Australian tech retailer, and I look for a gaming laptop, which is the closest comparison I think that I can find, like a portable gaming machine that can play PC games. You're going for a gaming laptop. The cheapest one that you can get at JB Hi-Fi is $12.99, and it's a Dell piece of shit, like like an absolute piece of garbage with an i5 in it, like
Jesus. Yeah, okay.
just like a GTX 1650 for graphics. It can do 1080, like, and it's got an anti-glare display, so you know that's high quality. But you know, like the comparison is insane. Like I saw a comment on Twitter, and I couldn't fathom why this person would even bother to fucking, I was going to say open their mouth, but write what they wrote. So they looked at it and they
open
went,
their digital mouth.
Yeah, open their fucking digital mouth. They looked at it and at the $399 and they went, I could buy a PC for less, no, a laptop for less. And someone was like, there is no way you would buy a gaming laptop that runs well on less. It just wouldn't work. And it will be garbage, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Like the cheapest one is more expensive than the most expensive one. And the guy replies back and he goes, who said I was getting a gaming laptop? And they're like, we're talking about gaming devices. What do you mean? Yeah. And he's like, not everything's about you. And I was like, what?
Oh my God.
This is the caliber of discussion I've seen around this thing. I saw, was it Jason Schreier that was like, oh, I'm personally excited because I have like a 4-year-old kid, so I can move around with my kid and play games. And someone replied, what a lame excuse.
I've got that tweet right here. So Jason Schreier made a really good point. Like Steam Deck skeptics might be undervaluing the huge audience of people who play most games portably. Dad of a toddler here. For years, every indie game announcement has been met with, when is it coming to Switch? If this thing feels great, big if, nobody needs to ask that anymore. And he's absolutely spot on. This is the same shit like that I want one of these for. It's because it's like some games you're like, oh, that'd be good on the Switch. Not that I fucking ever play my Switch, but you still think, oh, that'd be really cool to sit back and play that in handheld. The first comment is the lamest take ever. I'm a dad. I don't have time to play games unless it's on a screen that I can carry to the kitchen. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, how is that a lame take? What a fucking idiot. Oh my God.
That guy has like fucking nuts and bolts inside his skull. Like,
absolutely. Oh,
God damn.
God.
But I think,
what kind of gaming bullshit is that? Gamers TM. Fucking
so dumb. But yeah, I think the price is very reasonable for what you get. I don't think it needs this stupid bullshit with exclusive virtual keyboard thing.
Yeah,
like, that doesn't matter. Like it does. Like I get it. It's a nice bonus, and it probably doesn't add to the cost at all. But like, it also doesn't make me want to buy it more. The last thing that's like really big on my mind is the dock that you have to purchase separately. Now, like, what does it say? It says on the website
up to 8K. There you go.
Yeah.
I think that just means it's DisplayPort 1.4. Fair enough. Okay.
So it has where the fuck is this dock? Where's this little bit? Here we go. There's a dock too. The official dock props up your Steam Deck while connecting to external displays, wide networking, USB peripherals, and power. You can also use a powered USB hub if you've got one lying around. The official dock will be sold separately. More information coming soon. Cool, whatever, doesn't matter. Except, kind of cool that you can use a powered USB-C hub. But I find it weird that it only has the one USB-C input on the device. So if you are using a dock or a hub, you would need to charge through that as well, which is strange. But also, the dock obviously connects to it at the bottom to hold the fucking thing. They show it in a picture, which is a little bit above where, not a picture, a video. There's a guy playing fucking, scrolling through his Steam library. Actually, I'm not. No, we're in a different page. So, wait, are you on?
I'm on SteamDeck.com.
Here, let me post this in our chat. Go to this page. I want to show you something. And it makes me, why can't I just use my Switch Dock Mini Yeti? That would be fucking perfect. Now, if you scroll down a little bit.
Does the same thing, right?
There's a guy.
Here we go.
There's a guy with a Crusader Kings 3 ad. Further. Fuck that Doom guy. This
Here
guy.
we go.
All right, and you can see the dock down there.
Yeah.
Look at the top. That's the fucking USB-C cord from the dock has to come up and plug in at the top because the fucking input's at the top. So it has to come from the bottom of the dock where it's holding it, and the cable goes up behind and then plugs in at the top. And that's also how you power it. So you have, like, if you just had a USB-C hub, which they're saying you can use instead, like most hubs have a cable that's about this fucking long. Like, what's it going to dangle behind it? What do you want? What? I don't get it. That's so weird. That's so weird.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
That's wacko. That's a bit wacky.
Also, look at these mad lads.
Yeah, fucking. Although,
Playing
great.
bloody.
But again, they'll have to use the dock.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the sticks that they're using? Is this not the one on the left? I can't remember what it's called, but is that not accessibility?
No, that's what I thought, but no, they're fight sticks.
Oh no, that one is a fight stick. You're right.
They're both. I thought it was an accessibility thing as well, but no. But you're right. Yeah, the things on the top. That's Rage Not also said. How crazy are these fight sticks? That's all I know.
They're huge. Wowee. Fucking massive.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I wonder how much the dock will be. And given that there's given that there's no like given they're saying you could just use a regular powered USB-C hub, I wonder how many like 3D printed models we're going to see come out that are just better designs to hold that bad boy. That would be sweet. Like, that'll be nice to see. Something that hides that disgusting cable at the top.
Yeah.
I'd rather put my thing upside down. Like,
Jeez. It's a bit of a weird design. Oh, they got, I keep forgetting they have buttons on the back, which is
buttons on the back for your little bit. They have the paddles. So a lot of controllers, I don't have one in front of me. I have one in another room. They have a little paddle on the back here.
Yeah.
So like a lot of
I know that
PC
Xbox
controllers have paddles.
Elite has it. Yeah. It's cool that that's built in from the get-go. I think that's sick. That's a good option.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how it goes, but really, I'm freaking keen for this.
He's
because
frothing.
I think it could be a great device. I'm like, definitely, as soon as they're available in Australia, I'm getting one. I'll have to buy a few more Steam games, so it looks like it's an active account.
You're going to have to get some good standing. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, final thoughts on that before we move on.
I think it's sweet. What is it? 700 grams or something? Did you say 700, 800?
669. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm like surprisingly excited. I will not get one on launch because I don't need one. But like I was talking to Cal, his PC is messing up and he's going to need a replacement. And he like was looking at it, he's like, if like I will seriously consider this as a replacement, like depending on what functions it can complete, given that you can download Windows, if you can hook it up to a display, I wonder how far you can take that. Like if you can still use freaking Office on it, then it's perfect. Like it's literally like a little computer, just take it with you. Like that would be fantastic. So I'm actually really excited to see how it performs. I hope that it performs well, because as well, it's gonna, if this performs well at its price point and at its functionality, then I think it, like, even just in terms of competition with the Switch, like let's make some other people make some moves, you know? Let's
and I think it's
start such a something. Let's start a fight.
It's such a potential win for developers as well, like indie developers who are launch almost everything on Steam. Now it might open up even more people to own like a PC version of a game. Like I know I will play this more than I currently play my Switch. For one, like as long as it's comfortable. For one, I don't find the Switch comfortable at all, but also everything's really always like pretty expensive on there unless there's sales.
Yeah, always.
And like I don't really care for Nintendo first party games like
Yeah.
that much. They're just not the games I'm really into. Whereas like there's so many sick indie games that I'm like, oh, I'd love to play that. Ah, shit, it's only on PC. It's
Yeah.
like, and like there are a lot of games that are on Mac, and I have a Mac, but I don't like sitting at my desk to play games.
Yeah.
Like
No,
there's
it's a
there's
very
even
different
like
feel.
shitloads of games that are on Apple Arcade, but I just don't play them because I don't like
Yeah,
want to play
exactly.
games
I'm
on
the
my
same.
phone or on my computer.
I'm the exact same. But like,
And
I think
Yeti, I'm not a Pokemon dude at all.
not a Pokemon dude.
I'm not a Pokemon.
I think something else that really works in its favor is that even though you have those higher price points of those higher tiered versions of the Steam Deck, like 100% you will make that back in buying the games, like as opposed to buying on Switch, because every indie on Steam goes on sale for $1. Like my
those
Steam
summer
library
sales.
exactly.
Come at me.
My library is literally like 500 games big, and you know how many I've played? Fucking what, like 10%? I don't know if I've played that many. Like I don't know if I've played that many games. Like there's so many, and like buying humble bundles and just like fucking chucking those keys in your Steam library. Suddenly I've got 20 things I've never heard of before. Like, but
and
you will save so much money on content that you so just put it towards the tech. So good. So good.
Potential is huge. I'm excited. So sorry, Mini Yeti. I've never gotten into Pokemon. I like the TV show, if it helps. I don't know if that helps.
I used to be, but the new games, they ain't got nothing. Like, fucking give me back Totodile. I'm gonna go back in time.
All right, let's rip on Kotaku for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Because Kotaku is trending on Twitter for all the wrong reasons, which is great. Classic Kotaku. Because Luke Plunkett over there wrote an article, 2K launch XCOM game that looks nothing like XCOM, except the original title is actually, what was it? New XCOM game looks like
complete shit.
And look, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here because I mean I hate Kotaku as much as the next guy, but I haven't even looked at this game. But from his description, it does sound like shit.
It does.
It's an XCOM game, but it's really just a mobile fucking gacha bullshit thing.
Yep.
I don't
Different
know.
kinds of in-game currency. Like
the internet's on fire about it, but
everyone's upset because of his unprofessional language. And on one hand, I get it. Like very.
On the other hand, fuck you.
Yeah, very unprofessional title. To just go around say new XCOM game looks like complete shit could, affect like business dealings in a way, but you're Kotaku, so probably not. And also fucking
they're very edgy.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, but also is the point of these articles not to show a specific person's perspective? Like we're not writing entirely like objective articles. We're not saying this game has gameplay that functions well, the bugs are minimal, the art style is appealing if you're into XXX, like it's not an objective article. They're all subjective articles. So the personality is a big drawing point, and also I got people talking.
Yeah. Man, it's the first time I've opened Kotaku in fucking
forever, right? They needed that. Well, hello. It's you and me, fam. How do you do today? What would you like to talk about? I'm here to answer all your questions.
how I managed that.
How'd you dare? How dare you?
Just leave you here on your own. And
Just big head cat.
Laz, that is so funny, by the way. That would still be better than Bureau.
That's why he had to leave. He was fucking cacking his pants.
Oh, I haven't thought about that game in a long time. Jesus.
God.
Oh, sorry about that, Cat.
I'm so offended.
I think I screamed. I was like, oh my God. Okay. Let's try and quit the right tab this time. Okay.
I do go solo, man. I'm only here one time a week.
Oh, so sorry, everybody. I'll leave.
Fucking, I can't believe I let you in charge. Oh God.
Oh dearie me. All right, let's keep this diss train rolling.
Yeah.
Because it's time.
Oh, you want to show me something?
It's time to get full on XD. Fucking.
Go on, finish the joke.
Edge Lord, fuck. I got no words of how lame this is. All right.
Alrighty. Make sure you got sound on. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
It says it's muted, you dog. Thank you.
Yeah, but I've got it turned on for the thing. Jesus, do you want control again?
I feel like I need it.
I'll leave you to the podcast.
No, please. Please don't.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know if I can handle 3.5 minutes of this, but
we'll find out.
Here we go.
Like
this
live
is Tom
react.
Clancy's XD LOL game. Let me know in chat if it's too loud.
We're excited to share a first look at a project we're developing at Ubisoft San Francisco. This is our take on a multiplayer first-person shooter.
We need to get you in early and find out what you think.
Our goal is to make a best-in-class shooter for you, the players, to compete
and have fun with your friends.
And have
fast-paced
fun.
firefights.
Meets punk rock mosh pit.
We're proud to introduce our new game.
Tom Clancy's X Defiant. Your feedback is essential to help us make this game great.
Later in this video, we'll tell you how to get involved.
But first, we'll get into the action.
Yeah.
This is a free-to-play, high-octane shooter combining realistic gunplay with personalized classes.
Those classes are represented in our game as factions, each bringing unique gameplay and team dynamics. Every faction comes equipped with traits, abilities, and an ultra
Cleaner
to complement your playstyle and the faction's role. Used skillfully, each faction is capable of swinging the momentum of a match.
Healers would not be outcasts. Everybody wants a
the heart
healer.
of the game. They're inspired by maverick groups from across Tom Clancy's games and beyond. From this inspiration, we created new characters and gameplay unique to our shooter.
What's unique?
And will continue to add to this diverse cast
that's what I'm wondering.
as the game evolves.
Oh, it's edgy.
Now, while
That's
factions help you define your role, we know to be a great shooter,
both of these guys are the
gunplay
epitome
has
of
to be our
edge.
top priority. We have an ever-growing arsenal of authentic weapons and attachments. We put a lot of care into how our weapons look and feel. We've crafted every weapon attachment for precise, satisfying gunplay.
I don't care about realism in my guns. Why do they have to be realistic?
Players can mix and match any faction and weapon loadout. You can swap at respawn to adapt to a changing battlefield. Personalize your faction and loadout to be what you need when you need it.
And I can't stress this hard enough. We are a shooter first.
Your abilities and ultras create unique opportunities to set up nail-biting shootouts and unforgettable clutch plays.
So clutch.
Personalizing classes, guns, and gear in a fast-paced fight is a whole new experience in Tom Clancy gaming. We are super stoked by what we've accomplished so far.
Stoked,
and I couldn't be more
They're
proud
both
of
leaning
our
their heads
incredible
towards
team.
each other. Very cute.
We want to
that
personally
guy's
thank
edgy.
everyone
Red
that's worked so hard during the pandemic to keep the momentum going on this game.
We understand that it's been even harder for some of you. We hope that we can build a community that's a place where people can connect and have fun.
They're
And
trying
we're
to touch
committed to creating a
foreheads.
welcoming game based on fair play and transparency, whether you're
Fair
playing
play.
casually or pushing yourself competitively.
And the game's still in early development, but we're gearing up to let you in as soon as possible. So register right now to participate in our early rollout phases.
Thank you so much for watching. We really want
Nobody cares. Well, look, I
Great.
mean, that is. Can I just get some shout outs to the comments here?
So good.
Another game that's not Splinter Cell. Yep. Did you see the picture as well? There's a dude wearing the goggles, and everyone was like, "That is,
Yep.
that's not Sam Fisher."
That's
Rage
not
not
it.
with the classic Raw. And Laz, I don't trust their edgy status. Their wallet chains are visible.
I agree with that 100%. These guys, like, I don't know, something. There's, oh man, I don't know. Something about it's not doing it
authentic.
for me. It is
Oh my
so
God.
authentic. I don't like. I like the visual style. I like this fucking big octopus shit. Like whatever, that's
Yeah,
fun.
for sure.
Like that's a nice arena to play in, comparative to like all the fucking. I'm sick of World War shit. So like this neon stuff is nice to see. But then they go into like realistic guns based in like a real world fucking life. Like, what kind of world are you building here? Like a fantastical, fun, edgy fucking apocalypse land, or is this real life loser zone? Like, give me some fun.
And like, I don't know. It's just like it's. It just. It's
I don't get
so,
this classes
like
thing either.
It feels like Ubisoft couldn't get more generic, and then they announced this, and it's like, really, like this is your new game, like with the edgy dudes and the colors and like the Tom Clancy logo, which is like got like spikes on it,
Yeah, spike hair.
like
very cool.
yeah, like
that's how you know it's cool. That's
like,
how you know it's punk.
it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah,
that
in a way,
that's
it
what
feels like
Tom
it's a
Clancy
few
has
years
become.
old. Like it feels
Yeah.
like it's hitting the tropes that we had.
Well, like Watch Dogs 2 was very much this vibe.
Yeah.
And that was fucking years ago now.
Well, also, how many of this type of game do I need? Like how like what do you think the players are doing? They're like, I'm gonna stop playing one competitive shooter to go and play my other competitive shooter, to go and then play my other competitive shooter, and from that I'll take a break with my other competitive shooter. Like these types of games normally take fucking just hours of investment. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and like they've already got a competitive shooter in Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah,
like
you could have just added more fucking a different game mode.
Yeah, just create the XD game mode.
Yeah,
XD raw game mode.
Yeah, put some lights in there. Fucking
and like
God.
Yeah, it's like Rainbow Six crossed with friggin' Watch Dogs 2, and I find nothing interesting about this game. And I used to love Ubisoft games, and I just feel that they're just going down the shitter. If you said Suda51 made this, I'd believe you. Even he's not this fucking edgy, is he?
Minnie, are you gonna add this in? Minnie Yeti's saying that they do exactly what I just said nobody do. Well, I'm not saying nobody do. I'm just saying like
so many
how
people
like
do
there's so many alternatives already. Like why are you adding another one? Obviously you want to fucking cut it, like slice of that pie, but you've already got your game in there. You're competing with yourself. Are you gonna add it in, Minnie Yeti? Is this your next one? Is this your fucking fifth in the row? Like if so, good for you.
I've watched Battlefield Apex, Rainbow Dog Siege, but also
I love the Dog
Warzone, and there's like, you know, like I don't know. Are they trying to make arena shooters the new battle royale? Because I'm pretty sure arena shooters were already big. I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't do it for me. But there are that many people out there that will, and it will probably be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it sounds like they're kind of gearing up for, player feedback first, which is good. At least
That is
they're
nice.
going for that angle rather than just launching a game and then fixing it later. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. For me, not interesting. For a lot of people, I'm sure very interesting. But I wonder, like, I do wonder how it will perform. There's like nothing like wrong with it, but there's nothing fantastic about it. Like the colors are and that is like the main separating piece. Obviously, you've got your factions as classes sort of thing. That's a bit different as well. Maybe that will really be a game changer. We'll see. We'll see. There's not really much to know right now, but I do like the colors. I like the art style. That's all I got.
Fair. Just so you know, Ubisoft San Francisco did Rocksmith and South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Well, I played Rocksmith. So
Really?
Yeah. And then my fingers bled and I did not play it again. That was all. The end.
That is fair.
I asked so long for my parents for that game as well. I was like,
really?
I want it so bad. I got it, played it, fucking scrammed my fingers up and went,
Did you become a
I'll put that down.
full-time guitarist?
Absolutely, you know me. I'm over here fucking sick riffs. No, I can't play anything.
Dope riffs. Well, they have a Rocksmith on mobile now.
Wait, how do I play that?
I don't know. You like plug your guitar into your phone or some shit. Something like that.
Too bad I don't have one
it's a subscription service.
Too bad. So oh yuck! I wouldn't do that anyway.
Ubisoft subscription model.
Disgusting. No, thank you.
Goodbye, casual gamers.
Sorry to disappoint you this way, Mini Yeti.
See you, Mini Yeti. Thanks for joining us, man. We're sorry we're just tearing apart the games.
I'm sorry,
that
I'm too
loves.
casual.
It's just what we do.
Look, this is subjective media.
It is, and we're complete arseholes. So
yeah,
thanks for watching, and hey, thank you everybody for watching. Kat, have you got any final thoughts before we end this week's podcast?
My final thought is Steam Deck has a bad name because I can't stop saying Stream Deck, which already exists. So
True.
fuck you, because I will be tongue-tied forever and everyone's going to think I'm a fool. And it's not my fault. It's your fault. It's your fault, Valve.
Gabe. I'm actually surprised that they called it a Steam Deck when there's a product out there called a Stream Deck.
It's not a deck in any way.
No, Steam Power would have been cooler, and that's what the rumors were.
Yeah.
Look at Rage not doing my job for me. Don't forget.
Don't
Smash
fucking forget.
Don't forget. All right, Kat. Well, where can people find you, and what's going on over there on your
You can find me in the garbage bin, like in your local trash can. Lift up the lid. There I am. I'm like the Grouch.
The green,
the same color. Yeah,
the green. He gives it away.
But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/CapCat. This week I have still been playing Monster Hunter because I'm obsessed with egg farming. So you might see some more of that. You might see a little bit of a game that we mentioned today, Planet Alpha, because it does look fantastic. It looks like I'd really enjoy it. So those are the two things that are top on my mind. Still need to finish Mass Effect, the first one. I've just been so entirely distracted.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
No, I keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting. There's so many things going on, and I've just returned to work, so that's also going on. And you can also catch me on Twitter at CapCatty, add an extra T and a Y on the end. And
With the
I'll
greatest retweets, by the way. Some
Oh, yeah.
fire retweets lately. I'm just like, they
always
hit me in the
fucking
fields.
I'm always retweeting. That's my main vibe. I see good shit and I spread it to the people. So come on by and also hear about the eggs that I catch. That's
Hmm.
where you find out what eggs I've caught off stream.
And what creatures you're planning to kill next.
Yeah, which ones I'm hoping to mulch one day.
Well, that's fantastic. And you can find me on Twitter at Direckt Gaming. You can follow the podcast at Controllers Pod as well. We'd love for you to go check that out. We don't have much of a following there, so go check us out. Share us
Fucking do it.
around. The audio version of this wonderful podcast can be found at anchor.fm/controllers and coffee, or just search Controllers and Coffee on your favorite podcast platform.
You'll
We'd
find
love
us.
it if you could give us a review or rating on your platform of choice. It would help us get the show out there for more people and make the show better. But thank you, everybody in the chat, for watching along, leaving your hilarious comments. Appreciate you all.
Much
You're
love.
amazing. Much respect. Much love. Not ecstatic. I'm agnostic. What a way to end the show. Lost forever. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next week. I'm going to make sure I don't just randomly quit and I actually end the broadcast. Peace out, everybody. Thanks, Kat, for joining me.